If you told me to choose which sex I'd rather be, I wouldn't hesitate for a second. I love being a woman, but I don't love everything about it. After all, some parts of being a woman are more difficult than others, like feeling pressured to always look good, having cramps, finding a balance between being powerful and being feminine. And then, of course, there's the question of men. Every day of our lives, you and I have to deal with our husbands or boyfriends, our bosses or employers, our fathers, our sons. We try to understand them, take care of them, communicate with them, love them, and get them to love us back. Sometimes it works, and we think men are fantastic. And sometimes it doesn't, and we're sure they're driving us crazy. Well, I've spent the past 15 years working with tens of thousands of men and women, learning about what makes relationships succeed and what makes them fail. It's taken me a long time to understand men. Believe me, I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. Now, I want to share everything I've learned with you. And so I've created this video, Secrets About Men Every Woman Should Know. Now, many women find it's fun to invite a group of girlfriends over and watch the tape together. And you'd be surprised how much men love this video. Since it's not a Men Are Jerks tape, your husband or boyfriend will enjoy hearing what the men and the women have to say and will understand more about you as a woman. Well, I have to confess, I'm a little jealous of you. After all, it took me years of often painful experience to learn all these secrets about men, and you get to sit back and hear them all in 1 hour. Have fun.
They make it real hard for you to love them sexually or emotionally when they're acting like a little girl, because they're treating you like their father.
Or if they never take initiative.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to be Mr. Aggressive all the time.
Constant flip-flop, you know, if they're not being the little girl and being insecure and completely wimpy about everything, they have to, someday, they sit down and go, God, I'm being so wimpy, and they flip over the next day and they become this domineering mother routine.
Woman, right?
It's the constant thing. They sit there, oh, geez, I'm being too wimpy, now I've got to be real strong. And you're sitting there, one day they're asking you to be, you know, absolutely emotionally open and be this kind of loose way, and you do that, and then you're a wimp. And then if you're not the other way and become this kind of macho individual who sits there and doesn't pick them up, then, I mean, you're nothing.
What that brings up for me is just how controlling that the women are. And they use it to control and manipulate the men, to lift things for them or hold things for them, and they use it especially in regards to their sexual energy and how they manipulate men by either putting the sexual energy out to men and then pulling it back, or just holding the sexual energy back from men entirely.
How about they take off their clothes and they go, look at this! Oh, isn't this disgusting to you? Yeah,
It's really disgusting.
Yeah. Like,
Can I have another drink, please?
it's like if you agree, you get bashed over the head, and if you don't agree, you're still gonna get in an argument.
I don't mind doing backflips all day and bringing home the lion's share of the money, and I like to be appreciated more for it. And it's like that appreciation level just goes down, and then you're expected to make all the plans and be Mr. Wonderful and bring home the bacon, and like you're a clown on stage and you're entertaining all the time.
And that's after you've gone out with a woman who you probably in the first place thought was going to be independent and strong, the kinds of things you really like to have. One day you wake up and it's Velcro woman. You know, it's the cling, and you just can't get the thing away, and you want to go out at night and just, where were you last night? Where are you at 11 o'clock? You're out with the boys. Oh, sure you're out with the boys. I mean, and it gets to a whole thing where you just can't wait to be away from this woman, you know, just get me out of here.
Yeah. You have to be their security. You know, it's you look good, you know, do I look good? Yes, you look good, and like, you have to convince them that they look good. It never works.
How about being the target of all their past anger and suppressed feelings towards old boyfriends or fathers, and then you do something and it reminds them of that, and they just blast it out on you.
Yeah.
Right, and here's the problem is women, like, through the years have been taught that it's not okay to be angry, and then as soon as they feel they're in a relationship with somebody that's safe to be all of them, they dump all the anger, and then you don't get to hear the rest of it, you know? You're just the safety zone, the sounding board.
I feel like a meal ticket. You know, it's just, you meet them, and within 5 minutes, you can tell all they're looking for is someone that's gonna, you know, pay their rent for them. Yeah, just totally, you know, pretty much run their life. I mean, like, they want a free ride, but then they sit around and moan and groan about the scenery along the way.